Miss Walsh. We're going to hear from somebody from DDA. And also, Daryl Bob is not with us. He will not be presenting this morning. And the last speaker would be Giselle Hyacinth, the Senior Cultural Officer, presenting on the Old Mass. We've got that? Thank you very much for your patience. The air was thick with anticipation as Dominica prepared for the grand opening of its annual carnival, the Real Mass. The event, a vibrant celebration of culture and community, was kicked off with a tri-fest, a street parade, a stadium field crossing, and a band-mid-band event. The streets of Roseau, the capital city, buzzed with excitement. Colorful floats lined up, and the traditional and contemporary mass took center stage. As the sound of the starting whistle, the parade began, winding through the streets of Roseau. Next, the stadium, the field crossing, took place. The atmosphere was electric. As the parade crossed the field, a symbol of unity and shared joy. Finally, it was time for the band-mid-band event. Trooper K and Signal Band provoked an eruption from the crowd. Then, at 10 p.m., in usual fashion, the police ended the event. And that was the opening of Mass Dominic, the Real Mass, the opening of our carnival season. Today, I welcome you to our second press conference. My name is Monel Alexis. I'm the Public Relations and Communications Specialist here at Discover Dominica Authority. Before I continue, I recognize the presence of Mr. Ulson Matthew, Chief Cultural Officer assigned to DFC, Mrs. Natalie Walsh, Senior Manager, B2B and B2C, Sales, Flow Dominica, Ms. Giselle Hyacinth, Senior Cultural Officer, Ms. Frederica Riley, Masscamp, Calypso Tent Representative, Ms. Romalda Hyacinth, Ms. OECS Pageant Director, Mr. Miguel Labadie, Organizer of Reggae on the Boardwalk, Dominica Festivals, board members, staff of DDA, members of the media, those tuned in live on Dominica Festivals and on Kyrie FM, other invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, Miss, good morning. We begin the press conference with the national anthem. I invite you to stand. Thank you. I invite you to remain standing for prayer, and I invite Mr. Corey Surgenton to the podium.
Let us pray. Lord God, thank you for your amazing power and work in our lives. Thank you for your goodness and for your blessings over us. Thank you that you can bring hope through even the toughest of times, strengthening us for your purposes. Thank you for your great love and care. Thank you for your mercy and grace. Thank you for always being with us and will never leave us. Thank you for your incredible sacrifice so that we might have freedom and life. Thank you for every seat that has been filled here today. For each mind and heart that feels the presence of this room, we thank you. Only you truly know what we are setting out to accomplish today. We have an idea, a vision, hints, and daily instructions. We have talents, abilities, and time to work. However, only you can see in perfect detail the end of every beginning, every project, every season, every life. Nothing is ever in vain, for even mistakes and missteps are used for good. Our prayer today is that your will be done through these events this carnival season. Take what we have prepared and multiply our efforts as only you can. Steer our intentions to align with your righteous will. Remind us of your faithful provision when our efforts fail us or fall short. May all glory go up to you when we reach the finish line and climb over benchmarks. Blanket us with your peace today, Father. Keep us physically safe and guard our hearts and minds from pride and selfishness. Set us free from comparison to work together efficiently. Keep love at the forefront of our minds today and the guiding light for all we set out to accomplish and celebrate. We give you thanks and praise, for you alone are worthy. We ask these things in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen.
We thank Mr. Surgenton very much for that prayer. Now to officially welcome us to this press conference, I invite Mr. Earlson Matthew, the Chief Cultural Officer assigned to DFC, to the podium.
Thank you very much, Monel, Communications and Public Relations Specialist at the Discover Dominica Authority. Let me also recognize Mrs. Nathalie Walsh, Senior Manager B2B and B2C Sales, Flow Dominica. Firelander Stardom Calypso Tent Representative. Ms. Giselle Hyacinth, Senior Cultural Officer at the Cultural Division. Ms. Frederica Riley, Mascam Calypso Tent Representative. Mrs. Romalda Hyacinth, Ms. OECS Pageant Director. Mr. Miguel Labadie, Organizer of Reggae on the Boardwalk. Dominica Festival Committee, board members, staff of the Discover Dominica Authority, members of the media, other invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, pleasant good morning and welcome to our second press conference for Mass Dominic 2024, The Real Mass. So, Carnival is here. On Saturday the 6th of January, you experienced the 3-in-1 Tri-Fest, the opening parade, crossing of the field, and band meet band. And that has been met with tremendous feedback, both commendation and of course areas that can be improved upon, all of which has been revised by the team in an attempt to build on the positives and avoid repeating the shortcomings. I would like to humbly suggest that we are to be prepared for change if these recommendations are to be considered. Is it a case of wanting to go back to 1995, or is it a case of wanting innovation and new ideas? Either way, we need to be prepared for change, because what we want to avoid is a situation where the same individuals asking for a difference becomes the same ones saying that's not how it used to be. And essentially you end up chasing your own tail in an attempt to appease a population who will find fault regardless. With that said, I would like to thank everyone who contributed to Saturday's event. DFC and DDA staff, the police, the Road Parade Committee, corporate sponsors, traditional and contemporary groups, DJs, bands, everybody, thank you. And it's on to the next, as they say. This weekend will feature pageantry, Miss OECS, traditional carnival, Old Mass in Point Michel, town carnival in Portsmouth, calypso with the quarters, and all of which you will hear about in a while. I want to once again urge the public to support the village carnivals. I'm still hearing them being called openings on the radio, so I guess that will take a little while. But Carnival has officially opened. So see you at Portsmouth on Saturday, and all of the others, Maho, Grand Bay, St. Joe, Marigot, for their village carnivals. As the weeks go by, you will hear more from the independent promoters and organizers of events that constitute Mass Dominic 2024, the real Mass. But from a DFC perspective, I want to remind all of the Miss Dominica pageant and Sunrise. Again, you will hear more from Ogeli as it relates to themes, tickets, specials, amenities, attractions, and everything else. Let me end by thanking the public for the constant outpouring of support. I would say that many are now understanding that whatever we put out represents Dominica, be it on social media platforms or just general word of mouth. Our tourism product and our cultural product are bigger than any individual, and that is what we will continue to work towards developing. So for those already on island and the thousands who will visit, whether Dominicans returning home or foreigners, Mass Dominic 2024, the real Mass, is on the way and gaining momentum. More events, more new music, more spontaneity, more positive energy. Everything that makes our carnival the most unique in the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Earlston Matthew. And now we have from a representative from Dominica Festivals Committee. His name Ogeli Moses. He is the Events and Festivals Assistant. Mr. Moses.
A pleasant good morning to all. Let me take this time to recognize those at the head table. Mrs. Napoli Walsh, Mr. Earlston Matthew, and Mona Alexis. This morning we are gathered here for this great press conference, the second press conference, and this morning it is indeed a special occasion to have us grace with us, our partner, the Dominica National Lottery, and also our contestant number 3, Miss Royanna Martin. Good morning to all and welcome to this momentous occasion where the Dominica National Lottery officially pledges its support to the 2024 Miss Dominica National Queen contestant pageant. Contestant number 3, Miss Royanna Martin. Dominica National Lottery has had a long history in supporting pageants and Mass Dominic, the real Mass, over the years. This sponsorship is evidence that our partnership with the Dominica National Lottery forms a bond where we just call it family. And this bond brings us along more opportunities for continued collaboration with the Dominica National Lottery. This is a win-win opportunity for the Dominica National Lottery and DDA as we seek to increase visitor arrivals and as the Dominica National Lottery seeks to gain brand visibility, marketing reach through the association with the Miss Dominica National Pageant. Miss Martin, it is not just, Miss Martin, you are not just contestant number 3 for the Miss Dominica National Pageant. You are now Miss Instant Catch for the Dominica National Lottery. We invite you to join us on February the 8th for what will be an exceptional Miss Dominica National Queen Pageant. Showtime is at 8 p.m. at the Carnival City, Windsor Park Port Stadium. Continue to follow us on social media pages at festivals, domicafestivals.com, on Dominica Festivals on Facebook and Instagram for updates on ticket sales. Patrons will be able to purchase physical tickets and online tickets. Stay tuned. And once again, welcome everyone and thank you to the Dominica National Lottery for the continued support to Mass Dominic and to the Miss Dominica 2024 National Queen Pageant.
Thank you, Mr. Moses. Now, one of the biggest, or rather a headline sponsor is here. And we have a representative from Flow Dominica, her name Mrs. Natalie Walsh. She's a senior manager, B2B and B2C sales. So please put your hands together and let's welcome her to the podium. Thank you, Monel.
Flo is indeed the biggest sponsor of Carnival 2024, Mas Dominic. Members of the head table, Ms. Monel Alexis, Communications and Public Relations Specialist of Discover Dominica Authority, Mr. Erson Matthew, Chief Cultural Officer assigned to DFC, other guests, friends, listeners, the media, partners, Ms. Dominica Pageant 2024. Good morning, and once again, welcome to this press conference, and thanks for having Flo Dominica to be present here with you this morning. Thanks for having Flo Dominica, your leading telecommunications provider for broadband, mobile, fixed line, and smart solutions for businesses. Thank you for having us here with you at this press conference. In my capacity as Senior Manager for Business to Business and Business to Consumer Sales, I am pleased to represent the Flo Country Manager, Mrs. Sharon Jemmott, who is unable to attend this press conference here this morning. She really wanted to be here with us this morning. Unfortunately, she's not able to attend, so I represent Mrs. Jemmott at this press conference. Flo embraces the opportunity to be the official telecoms partner, the official telecommunications partner of Mas Dominic 2024, the real Mas. I am proud to say that Flo has been your connectivity partner for decades. And this year, we are very excited to pledge our support to the government of Dominica, Dominica Festivals Committee, and other key stakeholders, Flo customers and Carnival revelers, to ensure the success of Mas Dominic 2024. This is a very significant celebration here in Dominica. And as I said, Flo has been here for decades. We have invested a lot in Dominica's Carnival. So today I am very proud to represent Flo at this press conference. Flo is dedicated to supporting the continuous development of the arts, culture, and heritage in Dominica. This year, Flo has pledged over $90,000 in cash and in kind. This towards Mas Dominic 2024. Not to mention the significant contribution we have made over the years towards Dominica's Carnival and by large, the economy. Flo will also invest in other critical elements of Carnival to include various groups, which I will not mention here this morning, but we will be partnering with other groups for this year's Carnival, and also the Dominica Calypso Association. We will soon make an announcement the official announcement to the Dominica Calypso Association for our partnership towards Carnival. The company has put together significant resources, both financial and otherwise, towards supporting the many groups towards their involvement in the real Mas. I also take this opportunity to remind you of our Flo Mas offers. Customers sign up for a new broadband or bundle will receive a free smartphone. Switch to Flo today and get a 30-day data plus voice plan for free. Plus thereafter, you get 50% off on that plan, on that bundle with data and voice for the next 5 months. Bundle up with Flo and save up to 50% off your postpaid subscription. So you can simply sign up for broadband and TV and add postpaid to that plan, and you get 50% off your postpaid subscription. There's more from Flo. Sign up with Flo and get a chance to win tickets to the Calypso shows. This weekend is quarterfinals, So certainly, customers sign up with Flow today until Saturday. By midday on Saturday, you will get a chance to win a ticket to the quarterfinals. Now, more than ever, a reliable connection is essential to create memories when celebrating a momentous occasion like Carnival and all the other activities on the events calendar. So stay connected with Flow. Let's grow and thrive together. Have a fun and safe Carnival. I will look forward to see each one of you on the road for Carnival. Look out for Flow. We will certainly be part of this year's Carnival. We'll work closely with Discover Dominica Authority to ensure that this year's Carnival is a success. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Walsh. And we thank Flow for their generous contribution to Mass Dominic 2024, The Real Mass. We continue with the program. Up next, we have the sponsor sashing of contestant number 3, Royana Martin, as Miss something. We're gonna find out. What's it? Okay, so those out there, I wanted to element of surprise for you guys, but they didn't work it out with me. So she'll be sashed as Miss Instacash. So please, I invite the sponsor to the podium to present, and then the sashing followed by the response from Miss Royana Martin.
Good morning to everyone. I recognize the head table, the media, Miss Martin, other invited guests, other organizers to Carnival 2024. As we usher in 2024, the Dominican National Lottery is once again pleased to contribute to the development and furtherance of our cultural heritage. This ceremony today is testimony of the fact that we at the National Lottery takes our mandate very seriously, that is, supporting sports and culture and giving back to the communities. That support from us in a very tangible way. This gathering here today is a momentous occasion since we will be officially lending our support and making a commitment to Miss Royana Martin, who will be a contestant in this year's Queen Show. We at the National Lottery had no hesitation to support Miss Martin, since we are of the view that she possesses what it takes to emerge as Miss Dominica 2024. Her beauty, her charm, her intelligence, her poise left us with no choice but to endorse her and support her participation in this premier event. In 2023, we fully sponsored a contestant, and here we are again in 2024 doing the same. This speaks volume to our willingness to promote our culture, heritage, and to give back to the communities and individuals who have been loyal to us over the many years. I stand corrected, but I believe that the Dominican National Lottery is the only entity that has fully sponsored back-to-back Carnival Queen contestants. And for this, we are very proud. Miss Martin, you will be known as Miss Instacash. Instacash is the latest game launched by the Dominican National Lottery. It was launched in March of 2023, and to this date has proven to be very popular with the patrons. While the National Lottery mandate is to support sports and culture on the island, and that support will only continue if patrons play the various games that we are being offered on a regular basis. So I'm making a special appeal to the patrons to continue supporting the National Lottery in all our games. Many lives have been changed and are continue to change, all because of the winnings in the various National Lottery games. I take this opportunity to extend a healthy and productive 2024 to all. It is my fervent wish that this year will bring you all the success that you desire and that you will win as often as you play. However, to be a winner, you must be in it. Let me wish Miss Martin or Miss Instacash and all the other contestants the very best for the pageant this year. The National Lottery will continue to support carnival-related activities in the various villages and communities around the island. The more you support the National Lottery, the more that we will be able to give back to you. And at this time, let me just make an appeal to the other business communities out there to support our culture, support our customers, support our patrons, because these support can go a long way in making Dominica what it is today. Congratulations to Miss Martin and to all the other contestants. I wish you all the best in this show. Thank you.
And now we'll have the sashing of Miss Insta Cash for the 2024 Miss Dominica National Queen Pageant, Miss Royanna Martin, representing the vibrant community of Soufriere.
And now we hear from Miss Instacash.
A pleasant morning to all. Mr. Urson Matthew, Chief Cultural Officer, Miss Natalie Walsh, Senior B2B and B2C Sales, Flow Dominica, other invited guests, and the media. Standing before you is a proud, talented, and focused young lady, a product of the cliche, it takes a village to raise a child. 21-year-old Miss Royanna Martin. It is not by accident that my hometown is Soufriere, arguably the closest knit community in Dominica, which prides itself in being the #1 fishing hub and blessed with several ecotourism sites in the southernmost part of the island. Can you imagine a company that creates possibilities and changes lives? That's our mantra at Dominica National Lottery, where the possibilities are endless, as it is truly a dream come true to any Dominican who participates and wins any of the many available games, of which including Daily Free, Big 4, Super 6, Pick 2, Tic-Tac-Toe, One Off, Scratch, Play 4, Powerball, Blast, and the recently added Instacash. I am Miss Instacash, proud representative of the Dominica National Lottery. For those of you who may be wondering what Instacash is, it is a game like no other. There are no draws. Instacash allows you to win instantly. You can purchase your tickets at any of our agents, and right there and then, you can find out whether you won. Instacash has many games to choose from, to include Times the Cash, Instant Jackpot, Bingo, Match for Cash, Strike, In Between, Win It All, and Money Tree. All the games are reasonably priced, ranging from $2 to $5. Remember, Instacash is a new way to play and win instantly. It is fast, easy, and you win instantly. Dominicans, I am sure you cannot miss the newly built office of the Dominica National Lottery, located in the corner of Hillsborough and Independence Street, right here in Roseau. The bright colors, beautiful branding, and signs speak to what we have to offer to Dominica. Founded since 1994, 29 years of existence, is demonstrated in the contributions to sports and culture, and is the very reason why I'm here, able to participate to my fullest potential at the National Queen Show pageant this year. My platform, Care for Our Children, the society's collective responsibility to support the underprivileged in pursuit of their dreams, allows me to speak about our future generation and how we as a community can work together to develop our most valuable asset, human resource in Dominica. I am Miss Insakash, your contestant number 3. I promise you will be wow.
A few of the event organizers. We begin with Miss Frederica Riley, representing Mascam Calypso Tent.
Good morning. Good morning, members of the head table. Mr. Elson Matthew, Chief Cultural Officer attached to DFC. Mrs. Natalie Watch, Senior Manager B2B and B2C Sales, Flo Dominica. Miss Monel Alexis, Miss Instacash, the media, invited guests. Good morning. Showdown Entertainment Development, Inc., as you know, Mascamp, is a proud member of the cultural industries of Dominica. We have been staging the last 9 tents since November 2023. Our intentions to extend the Calypso season have come to fruition. We are geared at creating a great experience for our patrons, both online and in person. And we maintain the standard of our weekly events for the duration of the season. We have recently embarked on a decentralization effort of Calypso by taking the event to the rural areas. 2 weeks ago, we were in Salisbury, and last night, we were in your vibrant community of Soufriere. It was lovely, it was homey, and it was welcoming. And we want to thank Soufriere for a lovely evening last night. So I can imagine what you're really going to give us on that night, because it was really, if your community is so vibrant, I can imagine what you're bringing to the table. So I want to wish you all the best on that night. We would like to thank our sponsors, Flo Dominica, and Flo has been with us since before that, but since 2021 when we first did our virtual, and they're still there bringing it to our patrons in the diaspora every Friday night. And Flo has really been doing it well for us. We hardly have any buffing. We had no buffing last night in Soufriere. So we know we're not going to have no buffing for the rest of the season. And our patrons are really happy that they're not there in person, but they can still see their Calypso and enjoy it. We want to thank EMS, where you can get all your solars, Do It Center, KFC, Bright Start Early Care and Learning Center, Faith Restaurant Bar and Grill, and Come See TV. We also want to thank Paben, Lucille Roy, and Cheryl Lewis. We hereby invite more patrons and supporters to join us in our efforts to preserve this aspect of Dominica's culture, Kaiso. Without Kaiso, there's no carnival. So we want to wish everyone a fun-filled and incident-free Mass Dominic 2024. God bless and enjoy.
Thank you very much, Miss Riley. And as you rightfully said, no Calypso, no carnival. What about pageants? If there are no pageants, will there be carnival? I wonder. We now hear from Mrs. Romalda Hyacinth. She is the director of the Miss OECS pageant.
Mr. Olson Matthew, Chief Cultural Officer assigned to DFC, Ms. Mona Alexis, Communications and Public Relations Specialist, Discover Dominica Authority, Ms. Natalie Walsh, Senior Manager B2B and B2C Sales Flow Dominica, Ms. Instant Cash, Roada Martin, other specially invited guests, the media. Good morning. I extend my sincere greetings and a warm welcome to each distinguished guest present at this DFC press conference, and I am delighted to share some remarks on the 2024 Miss OECS pageant. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you, as together we embark on the enchanting journey encapsulating by the theme, Island Elegance, Beauty Beyond Boundaries. This event transcends the conventional boundaries of beauty pageantry. It stands as a testament to a seamless fusion of grace and intelligence, forging a collective appreciation for the diverse talents inherent in the remarkable women hailing from the OECS region. Each participant in this esteemed pageant is not just a contestant, but a unique and exceptionally talented individual, embodying the essence of a true winner. Their unwavering commitment leaving an indelible mark on all who witness the pageant. Allow me at this juncture to extend profound gratitude to the member states of the OECS for their participation and unwavering support, which form the bedrock of the success of this event. In equal measure, I express sincere appreciation to our esteemed panel of judges and the Miss OECS team, whose expertise and commitment have been indispensable in bringing us to this moment. Furthermore, a heartfelt acknowledgement is extended to our invaluable sponsors who, in the spirit of the OECS, have embraced and endorsed this venture. The Government of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Discover Dominica Authority, Cultural Division, OECS Pearl, Big Edge Financial Express, Aid Bank Dominica, Fort Young Hotel, Belfast Estate, Rapid Response, Treshik, Bullseye Pharmacy, My Other Wife Restaurant, JD's Naturals, Crazy Cocktails, and Mergenesis Enterprise. To those entities eagerly wanting to pledge their support, we welcome your partnership, which will most certainly contribute to the success of the 2024 Miss OECS pageant. As we anticipate an evening of supreme elegance and sophistication, I formally extend an invitation to the general public to join us in significant numbers at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium forecourt on Friday, January 12, 2024, commencing at 8 p.m. The contestants in order of appearance are Miss Grenada, Ammonia Francis, Miss Antigua, Tiana Sebastian, Miss Dominica, Adicia Burton, Miss St. Lucia, Claire Marisa Smart, Miss British Virgin Islands, Anika Christopher. Tickets are available at Bullseye Pharmacy with the following options: VIP $120, seating $80, standing $50. For those unable to attend in person, we offer the option to experience the live broadcast of the show on VibianTV.com at a cost of US $20, ensuring that this magic of this Miss OECS pageant reaches a regional and even global audience. As we eagerly anticipate the convergence of beauty, talent, and sophistication at this highly awaited event, I invite each one of you to partake of the grandeur and witness the crowning of the Miss 2024 Miss OECS. This promises to be an unforgettable evening, and your presence will undoubtedly add to the splendor of the occasion. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Thank you for your attention and support. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Hyacinth, and the other members of the committee for bringing this pageant to Dominica. We continue with the program. Up next, we have Mr. Miguel Labadie, organizer of Reggae on the Boardwalk.
Thank you, Miss Alexis. Let me recognize Mrs. Walsh and Mr. Matthew at the head table, Miss Instacash, Miss Martin, and your sponsor, the Dominican National Lottery, other event organizers, the media, friends, and our viewers. My name is Miguel Labadie, aka the Love Doctor. We're here to spread love for the carnival season. Warm lights, warm bodies in a cool atmosphere right by the sea, under the moonlight, grooving to the soothing sounds of the greatest reggae music while freeing up your meditation and just having the right detox from the stresses of the day. That's the mood, that's the atmosphere every Thursday evening at Paradise Pier, Lale Coco, Lubia Highway, where we host Reggae on the Boardwalk. We also showcase dancehall and Afrobeats to keep things spiced up throughout the evening. This carnival season, we are proud to say that we're observing 8 years of Reggae on the Boardwalk, the Carnival edition, where patrons get a variety of carnival rhythms, especially soca music and even booyah. So join us every Thursday for ROTB. Look out for Carnival Zest on the 8th. Miss Martin, after your fantastic performance, you're invited, you have a special place for you after you get that crown, and make your community and your sponsor proud. Where we will have 2 teams being represented. Each team will feature 3 genres of music. So there is team reggae, dancehall, and hip-hop, where we will have representations from DJ Spawner, Unstoppable Shacks, and RS Digital. Team Soca, Booyah, and Afrobeats will be represented by legendary DJ Cut, DJ Slim, and DJ Athi. And for all those wanting to unwind after the carnival season, we invite you to Bedtime Stories Valentine's Edition, done at the same venue. That's on February 14. Yes, where we give you some slow jams, R&B love, Zouk love, Afro love, everything love and nice, and our cool down session to close off the carnival season on the 15th, especially to our friends visiting from other islands and who may just want to go out there and just experience Dominica at its best. So I want to say a big thank you to the Discover Dominica Authority for the opportunity to showcase our product. Thank you for giving us that platform. And I want to say congratulations to you on the launch of another carnival season. I can promise you that when I do win, Miss Instacash, I do win the lottery, okay, it's going to be on the house for everyone to, the cover charge is going to be on the house, right? By the way, the regular cover charge is only $10 weekly. However, on the 8th, patrons are asked to contribute $20. So thank you again, and do enjoy the carnival season. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Labadie. Mr. Love Doctor, appreciate that. We continue with the program. Up next, we have Giselle Hyacinth, and she is a senior cultural officer. She'll be presenting on a very interesting event that is happening soon. Ms. Hyacinth.
Good morning, everyone. Mr. Urson Matthew, Chief Cultural Officer assigned to DFC. Ms. Monel Alexis, Communications and Public Relations Specialist, Discover Dominica Authority. Ms. Natalie Wall, Senior Manager B2B and B2C Sales, Flow Dominica. Ms. Frederica Riley, Mascam. Mrs. Romualda Hyacinth, Ms. OSS Pageant Director. Mr. Miguel Labadie, Organizer of Reggae on the Boardwalk, Dominica Festivals Committee Board members, staff of Discover Dominica Authority, members of the media, other invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. What is Carnival without Old Mass? The real Mass. Before the canoes can stop bursting for the Christmas season, Lapo, Cabot, and Senses are ready on the streets in St. Joseph and South City, Grand Bay. Old Mass is the real Mass. There's only one event that both revelers and onlookers can agree captures our African traditions and the spirit of Carnival, and that is the Old Mass Festival. Without a doubt, last year was a breath of fresh air for the festival. There was no debate for selecting the venue for this year's festival. Once it's nice, you do it twice. And Point Michel is the place to be on Saturday, January 13th from 4 a.m. where the streets will become the stage for our traditional masqueraders from across the island. Senseis, Kalinago Tetmas, Lapo Cabwit, Black Devils, Ban Mauvais, Stilt Walkers, and the ever-entertaining Big Bottom Women will take over Point Michel for a Juve experience like no other. The parade will start at the Pori playing field, onto Tom Road, then onto Savon Road, Galba Lane, Vilna Lane, down Monjani, onto Archie Boulevard, and to end at Sibuli area. Now, if you have no idea where those streets are located, follow the labway and adhere to the traffic signs. You must find us. Groups are asked to begin assembling from 2 a.m. at the Pori playing field for a prompt start to the event at 4 a.m. We would like to say a special thank you to all the Old Mass groups who continue to participate and preserve our traditional masquerade. We'd like to thank Josephine Gabriel, Belfast Estate, Roseau Fisheries, Fine Foods Inc., and Jane's Catering for making this event possible. We could not do it without your support and partnership. So we want to see all of you sitting here and those listening over the airways at the 2024 Old Mass Festival in Point Michel from 4 a.m. starting at the Pori playing field. We are going to fete safely and responsibly for Mass Dominic 2024. Thank you.
And thank you very much, Ms. Giselle Hyacinth. So Mass Dominic, the real Mass is upon us. Over 60 events, pulsating rhythms, vibrant costumes, friendly people, a celebration for all, children, adults, families. I call upon you who are not here to visit us for Mass Dominic 2024, the real Mass. For those of you who are in Dominica and contemplating whether or not you should attend, join us, be part of the celebration. And for all who will be attending, remember, do it responsibly, respectfully, and remember, we are each other's keeper. And as each other's keeper, I implore you to pay attention to the music that the children consume and the events that they attend during this time. There's a time and place for everything. But join us for Miss Dominica 2024, February 8th. Sunrise, February 9th. Carnival Monday, February 12th. Carnival Tuesday, February 13th. And for all the other events on the calendar, remember, over 60 events, there is enough for everyone on island. And of course, for you who are not here and contemplating to come soon. And at this juncture, I say thank you to all those who presented this morning. Congratulations to you, Miss Royana, Miss Instacash. Thank you very much to Dominica National Laundry for being her sponsor. I thank our headline sponsor, Flo Dominica, Mr. Earlson Matthew, our Chief Cultural Officer assigned to DFC, Mr. Earlson, Mr. O'Gelly for his presentation. Remember, it's Carnival time. This is Dominica. Carnival is ours. I thank you very much for joining us. My name is Monel Alexis. Have a wonderful day. We would like to take some photos with contestants before we leave, with the photographer.